Flunkie Force. Kabam! It's Game Flunkie. I hope you're having a great day on this playoff day. You might hear some yelling in the background. My family's watching Pittsburgh's play the Dolphins. They're going to scream. Just let you know that now, from the middle of the conversation. So, my last podcast was on CSGO. League being suspended? Or player revolt, sorry. No, I completely blew that out of proportion. Anyway, today's podcast is about... What was I going to talk to you all about? What is new in gaming news? Oh! Actually, you know what? This is actually pretty big. I said I was going to talk about this yesterday, but I actually... there was a game coming out called Hero Songs. It was actually pretty cool. Let me go pull it up on Steam. The company is now closed down that was making this game, which was kind of sad, too, to be honest with you, because I really had a lot of hopes for it. Is it still in my queue? Did I remove it from my queue? Yes, I did. Oh, no, I didn't. Right there. Alright, so... Okay, so Hero Song. Hero Song is an open-world, roguelike, fantasy action RPG with a beautiful 2D pixel art style. Explore vast, mysterious, and living worlds of your own creation, and seek the power of the gods alone or with up to 25 friends on your own server. Wow. Game canceled. You can request a Steam refund from the... Well, here's something. I think it's from their website. Hello. I'll read you the article real quick, and then I'll tell you my 2 points on it. It's with a heavy heart that I have to report that Pixel Mage Games is going to be shutting down, and we have ceased development of Hero Song for the last year. Sorry about that. Our team has worked tirelessly to make the game we've dreamed about making with your support and the support of our investors. We were able to get the game into early access. Unfortunately, sales fell short of what we needed to continue development. We knew going in that most startups don't make it, and as an indie game studio, we hoped we would be the exception to the rule. But as it turned out, we weren't. We sincerely value our customers, and you are our most important focus and have been from day one. We're going to offer 100% refunds to all the people who bought Hero's Song. Alright, I'm just reading the rest of this to see if there's anything important. They had a great idea. They really did. It's really... So basically, imagine Minecraft, right? So take Minecraft and turn it into a 2D world. And then you're able to kind of customize your world by picking your own gods. And as you pick your own gods, it kind of affects how the world's going to be made up and progressed. Which was really sad, too, because... Oh, so, I don't know. There's a little bit of drama for them leaving, but it seems like the guy who wrote the letter seems sincere, and they are refunding all the money, so... What can you do? It happens. Again, said it best, is an indie company, and a lot of times indie companies don't make it. They crash before they could... And you know what? The idea that they have and the implementation of what they wanted to do as far as the roguelike, the explore the vastness, all those different key features that they were going to, give to the players, that's something they learned on their own. That is good to take on to the next game, which is really sad too. So, Hero Song looks like to be a great. Oh, you know what sucks though is how players react to this, because I know that it's got horrible reviews now because it's being canceled. Which a lot of times this is the nature of the beast. Which I don't know. Some people just need to grow up with that. Anyway, yeah. So as you pick different gods, I'm looking at deities. As you pick different deities, you need one death deity. Greater prominence, lesser prominence, anyway, and it kind of affects how your world's created, and then you have to have an underworld. So yeah, it's cool. So you pick all these different, they have a list of gods, I guess, and then it affects how your world is created, because the world revolves around the gods, I guess, I don't know. Which is a cool concept, I'm not gonna lie. I heard there was a little bit of a, because it is early access at the time, there was a little open worldy, which was nothing wrong with that, but it was very sparse in what they needed to do, so... Damn, that is sad, too. Fuck. And it just happened because the last hotfix update was December 2nd, so... Shit. That blows donkey dick. That really does, but it's, like I've always said before, it's a risk. It's, indie company with a whole new concept to design on something that nobody's ever tried before, so... They didn't make the money that they needed to progress, so it happens, and it sucks. My thoughts on it... They really didn't do nothing wrong. They pretty tried to live up to what they wanted, and they just couldn't meet their ends. So, like I said, it's the nature of the beast. Is what you do, which is what comes with it. But what's really cool is you guys, as you're listening to me talk about this, I know if you're watching on the podcast, outlets like SoundCloud, hopefully iHeartRadio, and other features, but not YouTube. You're not seeing this, but right now you're all watching me play Astroneer. Before I got mad and quit because I tried to go to an exotic planet. Astroneer is currently in pre-alpha. If you haven't watched the Let's Play video, you should check that out. But basically, it was it's another indie company too as well. Actually, I signed up for it because I love this game. Like, I think it's a great game. I think it's a great concept. But the best way to put it is a game of aerospace industry and interplanetary exploration. If you go read up on their website, apparently they said this game's concept, its timeline is in the 25th century, which you can tell by some of like the shuttles and stuff. But I fell in love with this game immensely, and I have nothing but back for them. Am I hearing shit? Anyway, yeah, if you do want to check out Astroneer, it's on Steam Early Access, Xbox, and Windows 10. Windows 10, that thing they've got. Windows 10 has that new thing where it's like Windows 10 has that thing where it's like Steam now, apparently. We'll get in that in about 2 seconds. Which, my 2 cents on that. But yeah, Astroneer looks like to be a badass game. I like the concept. Apparently you get a procedurally generated universe, like I said in Let's Play, stuff like that. And I'm reading like some of the reviews on it, and it says, damn, Astroneer wasn't on my radar before, but it is sure as hell now by Kotaku. Astroneer could leave Minecraft in the blocky angular dust. It's cool. I mean, it really is, and it has immense potential. You know, this is a relatively new company too. A System Era Software, I think it is. Let me go ahead. They have like a thing where it tells you like what System Era. System Era Softwares. Yeah, I would love to know more about this company actually. But yeah, I mean, if you're listening to this and you're thinking about venturing into, you know, indie gaming, like creating your own indie game and stuff like that, be forewarned that they don't work really. They don't. If you look at Kickstarters and stuff like that, you might be like, oh wow, I could do it. It depends. It depends, A, if you got the know-how, B, if you got the conviction. Because let me tell you something. I give Star Citizen a lot of crap, but you gotta imagine the shit they take for that too, by the way. Wow. The co-founders are 2 artists, by the way. That's crazy. Wow, but there's wow. Adam Brommel, artist, is co-founder and artist game developer since '04. Was assistant art director for Ubisoft's Toronto before deciding to go to space. Riley Gravett, sound designer. Sabir Hook, and I hope I'm saying your name right. If I'm not, I'm sorry. Formerly Epic Games and 343 Industries engineer, directed, acrylic graphic enthusiast. Wow, that's a pretty big fuck. Damn. Here's another one. Co-founder and game designer Jacob Lichiti. Again, I'm probably butchering these names, and I'm sorry. Formerly a graphics engineer for Halo, friend of Rationalis. What in the world? And devout everywhere. Okay, so just they're being funny. They got a lot of humor. I'm gonna give them that. But wow, I really see this game has a lot of potential. Again, like Hero Song, but but the cool thing about this Astroneer, it was just executed properly, which I really love it. And I thought I wouldn't make a whole. I'm not going to make a whole podcast about one company because, again, this game has only just come out, and the last thing I need to do is say how great it is, and then it bombs. But we're going to go look at something else because I meant to talk about this before, but it blew up past my radar. Give me about 2 seconds. I'm going to go look this up and do a little bit of mini research. What the fuck? There's a Microsoft store you can drive to. Holy shit. Okay, so a buddy of mine was telling me that this is unofficial, not official, so don't, you know. But the Xbox Scorpio's out, so the Xbox, whatever. Xbox got the one console out, it's got another one coming out. Apparently the last console that they release in winter 2017 that'll be the last console that Microsoft pumps out because apparently they're not making their ends with consoles. So they're not making their ends with it. So what's happening now is apparently, if, and do not quote me on this, if, from what I was told, okay? Because some of you are gonna like go crazy when I say this. But if games that you bought on the 360 or Xbox One, I'm assuming Xbox One, but we'll just say both for now. You can play them on the PC if it's compatible to be ported over, like download digitally. So like if, and this is what I'm doing right now, I'm checking. But let's say if I want to get GTA 5, right? And I want to play it on PC, but I have it on Xbox One. I am allowed to buy it for my PC if I have it for, or not buy it, but I can download it for free if I have it on Xbox One through the Microsoft Store, which I am about to find out because sign in. I'm about to sign into my old account. I haven't used this account in years. Well, I've used it to log in and check my emails and stuff, but my Hotmail account I haven't used in years. So, but yeah. So what I'm hearing is that this is going to be the last console they pump out in the winter of 2017, supposedly, because they're not making the money back on the console because the war with consoles isn't really a war no more. Although my buddy thinks Nintendo's actually got a stake in this. They don't. They make their own shit and they don't give a fuck. So it's on, whatever. But apparently, they are gonna stop production of consoles because they want to just go strictly into, excuse me, I know I'm all over the place, just gaming, like digital downloads for PCs, which I don't know if that's gonna be a best thing, because it just leaves it all up to PS4 then, because a lot of people do not like playing PC games. So I am hella curious to see how that works out. So alright, so I'm at that Microsoft Store thing, and I do not see, some games can't work though. So I know obviously Destiny ain't gonna work on this because it's not for consoles. So PC. Oh wow, they got a PC version of this. Alright, let's say. Alright, let's see what's on. Alright, so we got Astroneer, we got Recore. So I don't know, but yeah. So what I was being told is this: when they stop consoles, it's not going to inhibit you. They're still going to put out updates for their console, make sure it works well and things like that. But what they are going to do also is make sure that Xbox One games, or games that are compatible with Xbox One, that are also compatible with PC, can be played on both PC and Xbox One, possibly 360. Don't quote me on that. If the game's compatible, so that could be a really awesome news for some people. So you don't have to buy it twice, is what I'm saying. So I'm looking at it right now. Like, I'm not gonna buy some bullshit game either, because I don't want to like buy something like not be able to play it. If you're wondering what I think of this, if they're gonna do this, they need to do it. They don't need to go in between, because my buddy says he's having issues with Microsoft servers again. So I don't know. So I mean, like, they need to focus their energies on what they think is best, which is what kind of what Sony did for a minute there. I think it's a good idea. You know what? Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I do not know. If they're not making money off of, here, let me go to the article I found, because I'm not trying to be like a D-bag to my friend here, but like, I just did not think, like, why would they go about doing that? I don't know. Microsoft. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. They're yelling in the background. Okay, so this is Forbes who did this article. Interesting topic. Contains the article. Whatever. They're saying death of the console. I don't know how that. I personally don't think the console's ever gonna die off. It's a poor man's PC, is what I've always said. Alright, so, excuse me, sorry for being quiet. Okay. I'll read this later and I'll give you my input, because this is Monday's podcast. But, a lot of people think the death of consoles is gonna happen. Like, I don't see it, because people are like, PCs are getting cheaper. They are getting cheaper, but a console is less hassle. Let me put it that way. Before any of you go blow blow smoke up my ass, just think about this. What is the most mobile played game besides Minecraft? Clash of Clans. And maybe some others, but Clash of Clans just is more iconic, if people know it, so. That's on your phone. How lucrative was that game? you can play it on your tablet as well. So people want less hassle. Playing a phone is less hassle. I'm just telling you, PC's hassles because you gotta make sure your computer can run it. There could be an update or a patch problem that could prevent the game from running properly. It could be an FPS rate problem. There could be a frame rate issue, or same thing, but it could be a screen tearing issue. There could be a ping issue. There's a lot of issues that goes into PCs if you don't know your way around a PC. Just like a car or anything else. Consoles are generally all across the board the same. They never ever vary unless it's a new console coming out within the same brand, like Xbox One Scorpio. So apparently, what I skimmed of the article is saying that the Scorpio is 5 times faster, better than the original Xbox One. Again, it's fine; doesn't really matter at this point. It's like hot potatoes. But the question, still remains: is generations dying off? And when it comes down to it, our consoles dying off, it's a matter of convenience. In my professional opinion, which professional is a loose term, but in my opinion, I don't see consoles dying. I don't. It's a matter of convenience, less hassle. In my opinion, consoles are less hassle. You gotta put down. There's a lot of shit you gotta manage with PCs. There is, like, you gotta manage your. You think I'm kidding when I say this? Memory. How easy is it to go into your storage on your console and delete what you want, right? Not with PC. PC, sometimes companies, when you download from like Steam, Origins, Blip, they might store information in other places that after a while it takes up memory and registering keys and all that good little shit. So, I mean, it's a hassle. And a lot of big PC tech whizzes, friends of mine are looking at me like, John, that's stupid. It's like you're looking at it from a tech guy, you're not looking from a consumer perception. I don't see how consoles ever die off because there's just so much hassles with PCs that consoles just don't have to deal with. Console users don't have to deal with. I mean, the only thing really, and the consoles are just getting better. I mean, how much farther away are we from PCs? Yeah, PCs upgrade every year and so on and so forth. But, excuse me, you can only make games so beautiful looking, so astoundingly mesmerizing, audaciously, crazily, lookingly, awesomely, but before you get to a point where you gotta have to stop and be like, okay, we'll backtrack, because unless you're a AAA company who's made its bones on PC, World of Warcraft, we'll use that for example, then you don't need to come to consoles. Not really, unless you're desperate or something's wrong, but then there's clearly snowing in hell. So, unless you're that company, you're not gonna just stop with PC, because you reach a broader market. Like, why would you stop there? That doesn't make no sense to me. I know a lot of loud people, but anyway, I know a lot of people might find offense to that and say, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that? Well, it's just simply convenience. Anything a consumer, there are 3 things in my opinion that a consumer will always pay money for. Less hassle, more convenience, and cheaper pricing. People want their cake and eat it too. It's just the way consumers think. Trust me, I know. Going along with that logic, that's why I don't see consoles dying off. And to that respect, I just don't. Microsoft, I think, is jumping the gun because with the VR programs coming out, that's another thing I want to touch in on. Take for example VR, right? Have y'all seen what the Samsung sells their shit for? The Samsung VR. Hold on. Now, PlayStation has their own VR program or system, so just bear that in mind. But that's something else. Pricing too. Alright, cool. You want to get into the VR game? Well, now you just spent. Let's say you bought your computer yourself. I'll give it to the tech guys. I'll say you built your computer yourself, right? Damn, that's only how much it costs. I thought it was like $600. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I just ate my own shit. Hold on, let me go. Let me make sure I like. Okay. Yo, wait, the fuck? I might buy it. And somebody scored a touchdown. Scored a touchdown. Sorry if that freaked anybody else. You shouldn't have heard that. Oh my god, I got chills. Anyway. Okay, so how much is this? I thought it was like $6. Oh, this next generation Gear VR awaits, powered by the Oculus. Yeah, that bitch is nasty. Alright. Buy now. I'm not buying it. Like, I'm not buying VR until they give me something like Eve Valkyrie. It looks like something worth the people VR. But I swear to God, I thought it was like, alright, no, but let's look at Samsung VR program, right? Samsung VR program is great because what it does is only $100. Oh, shit, damn. So does this work into the computers? Alright. Well, some of you might actually have the ones that work with phones. For the record, if you buy a phone to play a VR, if you buy a $600 phone to work a $100 device, you're the problem with consumerism in this world. That's my 2 cents on it. I know some of you are like, John, that's fucked up. No, I'm serious. If you buy a $600 device to play on a $100 console, pretty much, there you are the issue to the world. Oh wait. Wait. I think this only works on Samsung. Compatibility. This thing only works for. Yeah, it only works for. Okay, so that proved my point. From what they're saying on this article, it only works for Samsung devices, so Samsung phones. So yeah, why would you pay $700? Why not just save it for a new fucking game, new console at that point? Because PS4 has their own VR, so let's go to GameStop. Check that out. .com and this is like 20 minutes long video. That's why I'm uploading now. So I'll be ready tomorrow afternoon. This will be the last thing I'm gonna say. Alright, man, let's just set the crap out. That's why I'm like recording Astroneer, not Rocket League. Alright. But generally it's pricing, you know? Right now, like, VRs ain't cheap, so I don't know why Microsoft jumping the gun. So, it'll be interesting to see it. I honestly don't think consoles ever gonna die out, unless something drastically changes with, like, just the way PCs are handled. I think Steam's idea to create that little, PC console hybrid, I thought that was a really neat idea. But other than that, I don't see how they're gonna die out. But that's just my own opinion. Alright guys, let me know what you think. I'll see you next time. This is Flunkie signing off.